Welcome to my June reset video. I've not done one of these reset videos in months. So basically this monthly reset is just to kind of set myself up for the new month. I'm going to show you guys some of my favorites and as well as my goals. And I've also got my little iced Americano here. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys some of my favorites first. So I do have a whole May favorites for fragrances. So I'm gonna leave some fragrances out, but I'm actually gonna share something a little bit different. This is a hair perfume. So this is by the brand by Reedle. I have a lot of their fragrances and this is in the scent Sundays. My friend actually gave this to me and apparently this was a limited edition scent. And Sundays is one of my favorite scents by Reedle. I am just waiting to pick up a bottle. But I have never had a perfume dedicated for your hair. Usually I will just spray my perfume over top of my head, but I know it's kind of bad for your hair because perfume is so high like in alcohol, so it can dry out your hair. And this is designed to basically scent your hair. And I do like this because, you know, when I'm blow drying my hair and flat ironing it, you know that kind of like burnt hair smell? That definitely happens, and if I want to go out, I don't want my hair to smell like that, so I like to spray this in my hair. Also, especially when I'm done working out, I like using this as well because my hair can smell sweaty throughout the week, and this has been a lifesaver. I'm trying to use this sparingly because it was limited edition, but I think my next craze is going to be hair perfumes. Okay, another favorite is from Also Look. I picked up this tea while I was in Korea. This is my favorite tea brand and it's much cheaper to purchase in Korea, but you can purchase it on Amazon. This is the cherry blossom one and this is my first time actually trying this blend. And I don't know if this is a seasonal thing, but this is really good. I haven't tried many cherry blossom flavored things, so I can't tell you if it's accurate, but this tastes very floral and it also does taste sweet. And these are such high quality teas and I feel like for the price they're pretty affordable as well. These teas are very popular in Korea. They have like a whole tea museum, and in Jeju-do they have a whole like tea farm. So I really love Also Look tea and it's great to give as a gift. Okay, I have two skincare favorites that I picked up in Korea. The first one is the Dollable White Truffle Spray. I had tried this spray years ago and I didn't fully appreciate it until my recent trip to Korea. My skin was so dry. I've never had dry skin like that before, and this really saved me. I found myself spraying this throughout the day. I also sprayed this during my flight and I feel like it really added a nice layer of moisture to my skin. I also like to spray this while I'm doing my makeup after I put on all my powder because it kind of takes off that powdery look and I feel like it kind of gives you not like a dewy finish but almost like a skin-like finish. Like, you know how your skin would naturally just look, you know, glowy in some places? I feel like that does this, and I love that this is a skincare spray as well. So there's a lot of benefits with using this. So, and then this right here, oh my god, this is the VT Reedle Shot. This is like micro needling in a bottle. I also picked this up while I was in Korea because, like I said, my skin was so dry and it was so dull, and I kid you not, my skin had an overnight transformation. I know it sounds like I'm bullshitting you, but my skin was so dark and dull, and the next day I woke up and it looked like someone had took the first layer of my skin off. Like, it was like radiant, and I love this. This is like a gentle kind of resurfacing product. This is the most mild one. This is the 100 shot, and it goes all the way up to I think 1,000. I have the 100, 300, and 700, and I love all of them. I feel like this, once the US gets a hold of the hype of this, I feel like so many US skincare brands are going to get on this product. This is a one-of-a-kind product. I have not seen anything like this personally. Korea, their like technology is so advanced, but this stuff I will pay money for. I actually got this on sale, so I got it much cheaper than what it is now, but this is amazing. Okay, and I have a not so favorite for this month. This is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I really wanted to like this. I saw so many reviews on this and people love this, and I actually received this shade in PR and I really liked the coverage and the finish. when I put it all over my face. So I ended up picking up my face shade as well as a highlight shade from Macy's. And this concealer is so drying. I do not know what it is. I have tried, and I always put eye cream on before I do my makeup. I have tried really moisturizing my face, but it would always leave a band underneath my eyes. I don't know if it had to do with the setting powder, but I use the Laura Mercier setting powder. I've been using that for years. I use it with different concealers and I don't get that issue. But for some reason, this was so drying underneath my eyes, and it also made my eyes water. So I don't know if maybe I had like a bad batch or I was having some kind of allergic reaction, but I kid you not, every time I wore it under my eyes, my left eye would water. Just even in the house when I go outside. And now I'm using my Juvia's Place concealer and that hasn't happened to me. So I might try this again if it goes on sale, but this was a miss for me for the month of May. Okay, so let's catch up a little bit. I feel like we have some stuff to talk about. So I went to my trip in Korea. I loved it. I do have more vlogs, and yes guys, I am engaged. It's so weird to say, oh my god. I think I'm gonna do like a full video kind of like talking about it. But yeah, that is a small little life update. And once I got back from Korea, I was so jet lagged. I was actually so depressed. I can't even put into words how depressed I was when I got back. This was in April. And I had no motivation to do anything. And I feel like the trip kind of really, I don't know what it was. It just really connected me to, I guess, like my Korean roots, if you want to say that. And it was just so interesting to be in this place where like I've, you know, learned so much about and talked so much about. So I don't know, it was very, very special to me. And coming back, I just felt so sad. Like I just didn't even want to be here. And New York City compared to Seoul is so dirty. Like I know all parts of Korea aren't like super clean like Seoul, but just coming back to New York and just smelling just pee and garbage everywhere, it was very depressing. So, but my goals for this month, so let's talk about health goals first. So first off, I have been slacking from the gym. I think through April and May, I have not been consistent. I think I've just been kind of letting myself take a break more often than not. And usually like if I feel like I need a break from the gym, I will take it. The gym I was very disciplined with, and it's something that I actually like to do for myself. It's kind of weird because when someone tells me to do something, even though I wanted to do it already, I don't want to do it. Like for example, when my fiance and I first started dating, I was like, okay, I want to go to the gym. But then my fiance's like, oh, you want to go to the gym, want to work out? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So, so I had to come to the point where I actually liked going to the gym for myself, not just for like the convenience of like going with someone. So for June, I want to get back on my schedule for 4 to 5 times a week. And then for the weekends, I want to be more active. I want to start walking more, or just, you know, obviously being more active. I do need to stretch more. I have very tight hips and I also have a weak back. So I've been working on my back a lot more. I think from sitting, like doing lash extensions, it kind of has tightened my hips. And also I sit on the couch when I edit, so that's not really good. But yeah, I need to be more mobile and more active because I've definitely been slacking with going to the gym. And I also just need to be more disciplined because I felt so good when I was going to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. I feel like I felt good and I also looked good, so that helped keep me motivated. Another thing that I have not been doing and I will probably continue to not do is weigh myself every single day. I got into the habit of weighing myself as soon as I woke up. I would use the bathroom and then weigh myself after, and I feel like it just became almost like obsessive to the point where I felt like if it went up like even a tiny bit, I just felt like my whole day was ruined. And I felt like I feel like instantly I looked like fat in my clothes, even though I didn't. Does that make sense? I feel like my mood really depended on what I weighed for that day, so I just don't weigh myself every single morning anymore. That's something that I stopped doing and I probably will continue to not do. I also need to get back on my water, and I also want to cut out alcohol a lot more. Part of me honestly wants to cut out alcohol altogether because I don't like how I feel when I drink alcohol, and I also feel like I get hungover very quickly. Part of me wants to cut out wine and alcohol altogether. I'm still thinking about it because I know it's a very big life choice, and if I do decide to do that, that's something that I definitely want to stick to. I don't want to just go back on what I'm saying, but I definitely want to limit my amount of alcohol, so maybe just drinking on like social occasions or dates, but definitely not like really drinking so much at home, which is not something that I have been doing recently or within like the past year, I'd say, but I definitely want to kind of limit my alcohol intake. And another thing is I want to stop eating out so much. I have gotten food poisoning, I kid you not, probably like 6 or 7 times during May. And I am someone who is prone to food poisoning, but it's just been becoming so out of hand. And this is just like a little trigger warning, TMI, if you get kind of queasy. I know food poisoning is bad when I have to throw up. And I usually never throw up from food poisoning. It usually comes out, you know, the back. I was like, this is crazy. I go out to a restaurant, and I kid you not, every time I have food poisoning. And I tried looking it up, and I think it has to do with my gut. So I don't have enough good bacteria to break down the food. So that is something that I have to work on, is healing my gut. And I know that the gut is such a big factor, especially when you get older. Your gut really affects everything in your body. So I really need to start taking better care of it, taking more pre and probiotics, as well as just eating cleaner. That's another one of my goals, is to cut out, you know, sugar, not completely, but you know, I am a big snacker, so kind of cut that out and really focus on my overall like inner health, because I feel like I have the fitness part down, but as far as the diet, I really need to work out, because I feel like I could be working out 6 times at the gym and then coming home and eating like shit. So I really need to work on that, and I feel like for June, I really want to be mindful, go back to meal prepping, just be mindful of what I'm putting into my body, because everything that I eat, it really affects. Like for me, sugar affects my skin. I break out from sugar. And it's so funny because some people, like, they can eat as much sugar as they want and sugar doesn't affect their skin. But me, I eat one thing and boom, like it's bad. So I have to work on that. Okay, so next is work-wise. I feel like I'm going through this stage in life where I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to be. And I know this sounds so weird, but I've been talking to my fiance about it, and I just feel like sometimes I have no purpose in life, and I just don't know exactly what I want to dedicate my time to. So I've been kind of dabbling in the thought of maybe going to school or kind of learning something new. So yeah, but as far as work right now, I definitely want to focus on content creation, and I need to put much more effort into it. So I have a goal of posting on TikTok for, I want to do 75 days straight, at least 1 to 3 times a day. And I really want to this kind of goes into personal goals, but I want to be open to the idea of trying new things. Like I'm into fitness, so maybe doing something fitness related, or I always told myself, like, if I didn't get into beauty content, I really wanted to be like a psychiatrist or a therapist. So I'm just thinking, I am still very young and I want to be open to the thought of trying new things, but I also need to be intentional of what I'm trying, because, you know, I get it, like I'm in my late 20s, but I want to, you know, try and explore things, but there is a time I am going to get to that age where I need to settle on something, if that makes sense. And I know everyone can make a career change anytime in their life, but I really need to be intentional. So I need to, for me, I want to focus a lot on my content this month, but also try new things and see what interests me. And as far, this kind of goes into personal and work-wise, I want to make some more kind of content friends. I went to an event in May for Charlotte Tilbury for her fragrance review, and I wore this whole white outfit, and my fiance was like, oh, you're gonna bring an umbrella, it's gonna rain. And I was like, no, like I'm taking the Uber there. And he's like, I think you should just take it. So I took the umbrella. Thank God, because as soon as I got out of the car, it was raining and there was a line to get into the event. So I was holding my umbrella and there was a girl in front of me and she had her jacket over her head. And I was thinking to myself like, oh my God, I know what that's like to like, you just want to cover your hair. And guys, I am very shy. So this took a lot. This took a lot of me. So I was like, hi, do you want to stand underneath my umbrella? And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, no problem. So we sit underneath the umbrella and we kind of like started small talk, and I found out like she's on TikTok, blah, blah, blah. And she was really sweet because when we walked in, she ended up waiting for me at the end, and we actually went through the event together, and I was able to meet some of her friends that did content as well. So I think I need to put myself out there more and kind of create more content friends. I also did like this little master class with Armani, and in like there was like a chat where you could like talk to people through the Zoom thing. So I put like my Instagram stuff and all my socials, and I connected with some girls like that. So for me, I want to be able to network better and step outside of my comfort zone and talk to people at events, because when I go to events, I usually like to bring someone with me, because I don't really have many like content creator friends. And yeah, I ended up kind of making friends with a girl because she recognized me at another event that I went to. And then it was so funny, I saw her at 3 events in a row, and I was like, girl, I was trying to find you on Instagram, I couldn't find you. So yeah, I'm trying to put myself more out there in personal and work and kind of network, because that's something that I haven't been good at, is networking. And yeah, that is my goals for June. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what your May favorites and your June goals are, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.